Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. Harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. If you have one quality, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Where there is a righteous in the heart, beauty in the character, order in the nation, peace in the world, harmony in the home, everything possible. But who will give the righteous in the heart? Who will give? Who will give righteous in the heart? Can you guess? Only 3 people can give, according to me. Parents, teacher. Only 50 marks you got for 100. Actually, 100 by 100 if you want. Father, mother in a spiritual environment. Father, mother in a spiritual environment, and the primary school teacher. Great primary school teacher. These are the 3 people can give the righteous in the heart. 3 people. So I personally believe we should be lucky to have such a primary school teacher. And I understand some Singapore teachers are here. Singapore teachers are here? Lift your hand. Lift your hand, Singapore teachers. The primary education in Singapore is very famous. Very famous. I would like you to discuss with them and how they select primary school teachers, because they are the people the first to come into contact with the 5-year boys and girls, and they spend a lot of time in selecting the primary school teachers. And friends, with this I would like to say all of you have got a very important job as a principals, as a teachers. Capacity building in the young people. What are the capacity? I am not going to explain all of them. What are the capacity you are building? Number one capacity will be research and inquiry. That is, you have to ask children to ask questions. Research and inquiry. Then you have to tell them how important creativity and innovation. Creativity, innovation, that is going to be a very important field. Third area, capacity to use high technology. Today, no school can survive without capacity to use high technology like internet environment. Internet environment will give lot of lessons, lot of teaching capacity, but it cannot eliminate the teachers. Then the education should teach entrepreneurial leadership. When you go out of the 10 plus 2, 17-year boy or girl, they should have an entrepreneurial capacity, that is, they can start some sort of enterprise. Then moral leadership. The boys and girls who go out of your schools, they may have a moral leadership. If all the 5 attributes are inculcated in a student by his principal, by his teacher, by his parent, he or she will have him or her burning desire to learn throughout one's life, will also set an example for others. Now friends, with this I would like to say what kind of leadership will be required to develop schools for 21st century. Educators today must exercise moral leadership. If our schools and education institutions have to meet the challenge of 21st century, They must develop, all of you must develop a new vision for schools and schooling, vision of an educational environment in which students can grow more autonomous through the very act and process of learning. We cannot lecture students into autonomy. Autonomy must be developed, acquired through a process of action. In the case of schools, in the art of learning. Such an education to the student through you, principals, will provide the nation committed leaders who will transform India into a peaceful, prosperous, secure and happy nation. Now friends, in conclusions, I have designed an 11-point oath for the teachers and principals. Teachers, 11-point oath. Would you like to take? Yes or no? Yes. You are not eaten for 2 days, your voice says. Okay, it goes like this. Will you repeat with me? Yes, first and foremost, I will love teaching. Teaching will be my soul. No dispute on that. Isn't it? No dispute. I realize I am responsible for shaping not just students but ignited youths who are the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth and under the earth. I will be fully committed for the great mission of teaching. I will consider myself to be a great teacher if I can lift the average to the best performance by way of my teaching. It's a big challenge, isn't it? Big challenge, isn't it? That's a real teacher. Real teacher, you see, in a classroom, you have 10 bright boys and girls, 50 average, 30 below average. But if you don't have a capacity to lift the below average to the above average and the best, then you cannot be called the great teacher or a great principal or a great school, according to me. All my actions with my student will be with kindness, affection, like mother, sister, father, brother. I will organize and conduct my life in such a way that my life itself is a message for my students. In the beginning I said, friends, I told you, when my teacher entered the classroom, I saw radiation of knowledge, radiation of purity of life. What more you want? When a school, there's a syllabus. But when a teacher, exceptional teacher, if he radiates knowledge, radiates purity of Gandhian life, you have learned. All your syllabus becomes secondary. You have learned a great life. Now friends, I will encourage my student to ask questions and develop the spirit of inquiry so that they blossom into creative, enlightened citizens. All I will treat, all the students equally, will not support any differentiation on account of religion, silent side, religion, community or language. I will continuously build the capacities in teaching so that I can impart quality education to my students. I will celebrate the success of my students. I realize by being a teacher, I am making an important contribution to all the national development initiatives. I will constantly endeavor to fill my mind with great thoughts and spread the nobility, thinking and action. Thank you, teachers. Thank you very much. Once again, let me greet all